Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Okay, hello, I'm Alex from A.P.Ink. So today I'm going to be working on some fan art. So I have a couple of references. This is Venus from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have kind of like a full body shot and a little bit more of a close-up. So I'm going to give you the same references. I've got a piece of sketchbook paper, a 4B pencil, some more supplies off to the side, but I'm going to try to jump right into this. I do have the the illustrations I've already done for the turtles off to the side here, so I'm probably going to be referring to them here and there. For what I know about Venus, um, she does have a weapon that she's sometimes depicted with. Uh, fans. Like hand fans. I'm not sure if they're... I don't know if there's a name for them as a weapon. But other than that, she's, I think, been depicted from the start with mental abilities. Uh, I think something like telekinesis, which I think is kind of interesting considering that she's kind of a newer character in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world, and nobody else has mental abilities like her. I mean, I think they explained it because of all of her years of meditating, that that's how she developed these abilities. But the references that I'm using here, I think it was in the early 2000s, there was a live adaptation of a show where I think in that show they brought back the original costumes from the original live um there was a live trilogy movie, live action. um there was three movies where they had uh full body animatronic suits or costumes, and the animatronics would just be the head. So kind of unlike the guys, but like the guys, the belly of her shell is built out to accommodate a female shape, as opposed to the guys where their belly area is kind of depicted to represent a male anatomy. So I think I don't have the references that I used for the guys anymore, but I thought they were more circular, where Venus looks a bit more oval for her shell. So I'm gonna take in the sides of her shell a little bit. Thinking if I should shrink the length of this just so there's enough room for her legs. Hello, artsy. Artist. Sorry. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, it's been snowing for hours here. I want to say it's been snowing since yesterday, but I think I slept at some point during that. So I'm just trying to bring in the edge of the shell a little bit. Let me make sure I'm still online because my internet is struggling. Thank you. Okay, my internet looks like it's trying to reconnect, so I think my internet just went out. Okay, maybe it reconnected. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm back online. Well, I wait for the browser to refresh. Try to rough in her legs. Thank you. The guys have knee pads where it looks like she's got shin guards. They almost look like the wrappings they put on horses. I'm sure they're not. That's just what it looks like to me. I think I need to take some more roundness out of the shell because hers really does look more oval. I am going for more of a chibi style. Okay, my internet has crashed. I'm just gonna keep going. Try to put the feet in. I think I'll have one kind of going off to the side this way, and the other one like straight on. I think I did the exact same thing with Casey Jones. And she's got 2 toes. to actually look up a reference of a turtle's foot to see what it looked like, just to see how much they've kind of anthropomorphized the turtles, at least in terms of their feet and hands, because I don't know what a turtle's feet or back feet or front feet look like. Okay, so I put in the emblem for her belt, but I think I need to make it a little bit bigger. Her belt goes all the way around, though. And because there is depth here, I'm going to try and play that up when it comes to making it look like her belt wraps around her and her shell. Okay, and then the emblem. Let me sharpen this really quick. So I think instead of making the inside of the belt buckle smaller by putting that kind of, I can't make it any, I can't zoom in anymore here, but there's like a rim around the belt buckle, the same way you can kind of make it out here for Michelangelo. I'm going to do that around the outside. And then put in the V for Venus. There are definition sections, I guess, for the belly shell. What tattoo? Yeah, my internet is suddenly struggling quite a bit. I think I'm not going to get too crazy with the segments on her shell. I know I did with the guys, but I don't know. She's a female, and I feel kind of funny about doing that. Okay. So she does have a band here with a yin yang on it. It almost looks like there's something hanging from the yin yang, but it might just be shadow of some sort. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. Yeah, I did Michelangelo. I've done I did all of the turtles. Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo. I've got Splinter. I've done some of the bad guys. Shredder. Krang. I did 2 versions of Krang. Leatherhead. Bebop and Rocksteady. If I can turn the page. Casey Jones and Usagi. I'm not sure how to say his last name. Thank you. Okay, so she's got leg or cat, yeah, calf or shin braces. This is probably something more ninja based, these shin guards. There's black straps, so I'm just trying to put those in. And actually it looks like, so the guys' belts have the ends right here in the front. It looks like hers is here on the side. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a black strip here. So I think that's the end of her belt. I think what I'm seeing here by the yin yang is also like the end of the tie or something, or it's just something hanging off the bottom of the yin yang. Okay, for the position of her hands though, thank you. I think maybe straight down. So she's in like a relaxed pose. I'm just trying to break the arms down to their simplest shape. So like the shoulder area, the bicep area, and then like the elbow, forearm, and then her hand. It's getting kind of muddy, but hopefully it'll make sense after I do the line art. Sort of break down the arm again on this side, shoulder, bicep, elbow, forearm, try to make sure that the hands are lining up. Okay. And then her mask. I just want to refer back to the guys, see how I did their kind of bulbous nose. So her nose would kind of be like here. This area right here is what I'm referring to as her nose. I'm not going to put it on the bottom, but I wanted to get kind of that circular look. So I know how the mask will sit on her face. Just checking my symmetry. Just putting in where the mask kind of flares out to accommodate her eyes. Symmetry is still not something I'm very good at, so I'm not gonna get too crazed about getting this 100%, but just to hopefully get it kind of in the ballpark. So their masks kind of act as fill in for like where their eyebrows might be. If you can see that here on her. So that's what I'm trying for here. Trying to at least semi-emulate how her eyebrows are here in the reference. I mean, I think she's supposed to be smiling here. It's just kind of hard to fully get that with the animatronics of her head. So maybe I shouldn't make her look so annoyed. Excuse me. I don't know. I think it's just gonna look how it's gonna look, whether she's annoyed, upset, or happy. And then give a little bit of bulk here where the mask wraps around her head. So put in where the pupils are. I feel like I need to give her some kind of mouth though. I still think it's weird how they've given their turtles teeth. If you can see that. Like, I get it, but it's still weird because turtles don't have teeth. Well, I try to figure out how I want to do her mouth. I'm gonna put in the braid that hangs off the end of her mask. Okay, so both references, her braid is hanging here, but I feel like because whatever this tie is on this side, that to put the braid on this side too is gonna make this side look awful busy. To put it on this side, or I'm kind of thinking maybe have it just like poking out, if that would even make any sense. Like, just have it kind of visible, maybe on this side from behind her shell. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to finish this before I move on. Okay, I'm just gonna have it coming over this shoulder instead of this shoulder, just so everything isn't happening on this side. Okay, that's her braid, which for that I just did kind of that shape to make up the shape of the braid, and then to kind of tie it off, which it's kind of the same shape, but to make it make sense when I do the inking. I still don't know how I want to do her mouth, but I feel like she needs one. Just flipping through the guys again. Maybe that. Kind of simple, but I've got 3 out of the 4 guys kind of gritting their teeth, where Michelangelo is just kind of a thin, kind of open mouth. Okay, so quickly moving on to the line art. This is really muddy. Okay, so I've got a black brush pen that I'm going to use. Hello. McFly songs. Okay, I'm gonna give that a minute to dry. And then I'll erase the pencil. So referring back to the guys, I kind of wish I still had the reference of Leonardo, because I'm not sure how much the blue on his mask and elbow pads, shoulder, knee pads, whatever, is like the blue that she has. I wish I had looked at this reference a bit more to actually put in the wrist wraps and her armband. She doesn't. Oh, she does have it here. I can't do anything about that now. Sorry, I will be right back. Okay, sorry. Michael Bay. I know a lot of people actually follow the directors. I don't. I would have to look up which versions he directed. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna kind of go off of Leonardo here in that I want to try to pick blue that maybe is a tone lighter than him so that she doesn't 100% kind of copy his color scheme. Okay, I don't think I have the green that I used here. Okay, I think we'll go true blue, or I'm sorry, true green for her skin color. And then grass green to shade it. But first I need to erase the pencil so I can actually ink this. I'm erasing further than the pencil because that 4B pencil tends to smear. So just to try to clean up the graphite smear on the paper. Thank you. Don't forget the green grassophone. I'll try not to. That's a song. Okay, I think I got it all. Let me just make sure I've got all of the eraser dust cleaned up. I don't think I've ever heard Tom Jones. Name sounds familiar, so I've had to have heard about him at some point. Okay, true green for the base color of her skin. You've got a song stuck in your head now? Listen to some Baby Shark, that'll help. That's unfortunate. She lost her bicep muscle. Okay, and then grass green to shade it. I'm gonna try to hide the mistake I did. Actually, I should go over this. It's not gonna matter too much because the true green is a lot lighter than the grass green, but to try to hide the mistake I made here with the line art, and I could fix it a bit more by filling in that area with more line art. It does have some definition, muscle definition in her legs. So to try to emulate that with the shadow. I'm gonna go over some of these shadows again to help push the curvature of her body. Okay. My camera froze. I will be right back. Okay, I'm just pulling colors for her chest shell area. So I've got Spanish orange for the base color and then goldenrod to shade it. I haven't thought about having a pet turtle. Have you? Okay, and then goldenrod to shade it. You think they're kind of boring? Okay. So I think for her mask, braid, belt, and all of the other little fabric details, I'm gonna do light cerulean blue for the base color. you have turtles at your public parks, ponds, whatever. Okay, and then true blue to shade it. Okay. Um, so I think true grass green for her shell. And then I think dark green to shade it. Especially here where the shadow on the skin color kind of overlaps where the shell is. S small areas. Okay, so I don't have much in the way of gray. I've really only got one gray in this, dark matter gray, that I'm going to use to try and imply shininess on the belt, along with the ribbon for her belt, the ribbon on the yin yang, the straps on her shin guards. And I think the dark spot for the yin yang. And I think for the tie for her hair, or whatever, it's not really hair, but it's the stand-in for her hair. Actually, I think, just so it doesn't get too dark, I'm going to use blue slate to try to give that kind of shiny metal look. Or at least try to shadow it, shade it, whatever. I don't know. Okay, and then to add, it got kind of, I think it bled a bit here, so I'll have to try to clean that up digitally. But I'm going to add detail on the yin yang. Yeah, I think just on the yin yang. So the little dot. So maybe it actually looks like a yin yang. I suppose I could try to clean up the bottom part of the yin yang, and then give that a good minute to dry, and I'll try to go in, I think with the fine liner I used to put the black dot in. I'm just blowing on the ink to try to dry it faster. Just checking it for shininess to make sure it's actually dry. Okay. So looking at it, my yin yang is kind of not quite right, but we're gonna go with it anyway. So Venus, my attempt at Venus I am going to leave this one here, though. Thank you, Asakura, for hanging out. Thank you, Artist McFly, for hanging out in the chat. Thank you to anybody else who watched or watches. If you'd like to see what I draw next, please make sure that you're following me and that your notifications are turned on so that you're notified for the next time I go live. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.